Hello boaters, welcome to Narrowboat Journeys. I'm Phil, and I've lived aboard my narrowboat for over 30 years. I travel the canal system with my two cats, Bushka and Midge, and today we're on the Upper Peak Forest Canal. We're setting off close to the electric lift bridge, number 24, and then in this video we'll be heading through Disley, and then on to New Mills, and then mooring up on the other side. So we're starting at the top left of the map by the yellow marker, boating on down through the canal to the yellow marker at the bottom right of the map. On the way we'll have to go through a swing bridge, and also at New Mills we'll be passing the Swizzels sweet factory. So off we go. It's a nice day, so sit back and relax and enjoy your trip down the Upper Peak Forest Canal. Up ahead there we have a fairly sharp bend to the left, and immediately after that is the swing bridge. And of course it always happens on blind corners, we'll probably meet another boat. And as if by magic, we do. I bet these moored boats get bumped quite often. No danger of that today though. There up ahead is the aforementioned swing bridge. Now I'm going to show you an edited version of me going through here because I've got quite a lot of video to get in today, but I'll still show you most of the bridge operation. There's only a very small landing area on the other side, but that's where I need to be, so I'll need to drag the boat over to the other side. You need to unlock this bridge with your waterways key and lift the locking bar. If you cross this bridge and walk up the lane, it's about a quarter of a mile, you go to the village of Disley, and there's a few shops there, so it's quite handy. This is a lot easier if you've got another crew member to help. I got my camera position a bit wrong there, but you can see what I'm doing. And that's it, I got that obstacle done. Now for the rest of this trip it's all just plain cruising, so it'll be a lot more enjoyable. Just ahead there are some good visitor moorings which are nice and close to Disley. The hedgerow there at the top marks the lane that leads to the village. And here we have another sharp bend to the left, and I can't see around it, so there's bound to be a boat coming. And of course there is. What a surprise. They look like they know what they're doing, so no cause for alarm. Quite a few times on this trip we'll be heading into the sunlight, which means the video quality won't be that wonderful. You do get some lovely views of the hills of the Peak District around here. Also, there's quite a lot of trains. There's about 3 different railway lines that run through this valley. You need to pass other boats with care on this canal because it's quite narrow in places and also very shallow. There's a lot of rocks and shallow water. There was plenty of room to pass, but you do need to keep away from the edges. That's where you're going to run aground. We're not too far away from New Mills now, and the mooring situation isn't very good in New Mills itself. There aren't really any visitor moorings, so boats will tend to stop either side of the town. It's rather lovely through here, but shortly it's going to get really quite industrial for a little while. Just around this bend is the Swizzels sweet factory. It's quite noisy and there's a very strong smell of sweets in the air. The smell is quite pleasant, but very strong. Is that sugar coating the bricks? Just up ahead there's another blind bend, so there's bound to be another boat coming. Coming up on the right is a boatyard and marina. And there on the left is a pathway leading down to the road and then on into the town. There's a shop very close to the road there, but the main shops are a bit farther away. There's a largish co-op and a small Sainsbury's in town, and lots of other shops as well. It's well worth a visit, and there's a beautiful gorge that runs through the town and the River Goyt flows through it. Absolutely stunning. Just past the marina we've got some long-term moorings on the towpath here, but this part of the canal is very narrow, it's on a bend, the trees overhang and we've got boats moored up. You don't really want to meet another boat coming the other way along here. Luckily I didn't meet one actually, I was lucky this time. And just after the moored boats there's a winding hole here on the bend. There's also a warning sign warning you about giant hogweed plants. They grow to sort of 3 or 4 meters in height, and if you get the sap on your skin it causes terrible blistering which can last for months. There's some lovely views of New Mills and all the hills in the background, and there's a viaduct with trains crossing the valley. This is a really idyllic scene. You wouldn't believe there's a railway line close to the right hand side of the canal, and just beyond that there's a very busy main road. As far as the railway line goes, you don't even know it's there until a train actually goes past. And this is the place I was planning to moor up. It's just before Bridge 30, which is another swing bridge, and as you can see, it's quite a popular spot. Will I be able to find a mooring place? Mooring places beyond this area are a bit limited, so I really want to stop here. Yes, look at that, there's a spot. I'll stop here for a while. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little trip. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.